Good morning. In the previous lecture, we talked about graphical representation of sum of complex numbers and difference of complex numbers. The next article is graphical representation of product or multiplication of complex numbers. Graphical representation of product of complex numbers. Let us consider two complex numbers. First complex number, Z1 is equal to an ordered pair of real variables x1 comma y1 in rectangular form x1 plus I y1, in polar form r1 into in the bracket cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1 is equal to in the exponential form r1 into e to the power I theta 1. The second complex number, Z2 is equal to second complex number, Z2 is equal to an ordered pair of real variables x2 comma y2 in rectangular form x2 plus I y2, in polar form r2 into in the bracket cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2 is equal to in exponential form r2 into e to the power I theta 2. Let us take product of these two complex numbers. x1 into x2 plus I x1 y2 plus I x2 y1 plus I square y1 y2. Complex number z, which is product of complex numbers z1 and z2, is equal to in one bracket z1, that is x1 plus I y1, into in the second bracket z2, that is x2 plus I y2, x1 into x2, x1 into I y2, that is plus I x1 y2, x2 into I y1, that is plus I into x2 y1 plus I y1 into I y2, I into I square y1 y2 plus I square y1 y2. What is I? I is square root of minus 1. What will be I square? I square will be minus. And so, for this I square, we have to put minus here. x1, x2 real part minus y1, y2 real part. These two parts are having I. It is imaginary, it is imaginary. I can be taken common. Within the bracket, we will have x1, y2 plus x2, y1. So, this is further equal to x1, x2 minus y1, y2 plus I into this real part taken in one bracket, x1, x2 minus y1, y2 plus I taken common, and in the second bracket x1, y2 plus x2, y1, equation number 3. First complex number, second complex number, product of these two complex numbers, simplified form of product of these two complex numbers to have z equal to z1 into z2 equal to in one bracket the real part x1, x2 minus y1, y2 plus I into in the second bracket the imaginary part x1, y2 plus x2, y1. Now, what is x1 in polar form? r1 cos theta 1. What is x2 in polar form? r2 cos theta 2. What is y1 in polar form? r1 sin theta 1. y2 in polar form? r2 sin theta 2. In polar form, x1 is r1 cos theta 1, x2 is r2 cos theta 2, y1 is r1 sin theta 1, y2 is r2 sin theta 2. Let us substitute values of x1, x2, y1, y2 in equation 3. When we put values of x1, x2, y1, y2 in polar form in equation 3 from equation 4, equation 3 will now become so when we substitute values of x1, x2, y1, y2 from equation 4 into equation 3, equation 3 will become this: z is equal to z1 into z2 is equal to x1 r1 cos theta 1 into x2 r2 cos theta 2 minus y1 r1 sin theta 1 into y2 r2 sin theta 2 plus I into in the bracket x1 r1 cos theta 1 into y2 r1 sin theta 2 plus x2 r2 cos theta 2 into y1 r1 sin theta 1. Observe these two terms, r1 is there, r2 is there, r1 is there, r2 is there. It means that from the first bracket r1 r2 can be taken common. Come to second one, r1 is there, r2 is there, r1 is there, r2 is there. It means that from second bracket also we can take r1 and r2 common. So from this whole equation, let us take out r1 and r2 common. If we do this, this equation will now become z equal to r1 into r2 into, in the square bracket, cos theta 1 into cos theta 2 minus sin theta 1 into sin theta 2 plus I into cos theta 1 sin theta 2 plus cos theta 2 sin theta 1, square bracket complete. Equation number 5. Taking r1 r2 common from first bracket as well as from second bracket, we have z is equal to r1 into r2 into, in the square bracket, the first bracket will have cos theta 1 into cos theta 2 minus sin theta 1 into sin theta 2 plus I into, the second bracket will have cos theta 1 into sin theta 2 plus cos theta 2 into sin theta 1. What is this bracket? This is cos theta 1 plus theta 2. What is this bracket? Sin theta 1 plus theta 2. Therefore, equation 5, using the trigonometric properties, cos theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal to cos theta 1 into cos theta 2 minus sin theta 1 into sin theta 2, and sin theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal to cos theta 1 sin theta 2 plus cos theta 2 sin theta 1. Using these trigonometric properties, equation 5 may now be written as z is equal to r1 r2 into cos theta 1 plus theta 2 plus I sin theta 1 plus theta 2, equation number 6. Using trigonometric properties for this bracket and for this bracket, equation 5 can further be written as z is equal to r1 into r2 into, in the square bracket, cos theta 1 plus theta 2 plus I sin theta 1 plus theta 2. Or this may be further, z is equal to z1 into z2 is equal to r1 into r2 into e to the power I theta 1 plus theta 2, equation number 7. Equation 6, which is in polar form, may be written in exponential form as z is equal to z1 into z2 is equal to r1 into r2 into e to the power I into theta 1 plus theta 2, equation number 7. Now, what is the modulus of complex number z? Modulus of complex number z is this. That is nothing but that is for the modulus of complex number z, which is product of complex numbers z1 and z2, is nothing but modulus of z1 into modulus of z2 is equal to r1 into r2. What is modulus of z1? From equation 1, r1. What is modulus of z2? From equation 2, r2. Modulus of z1 from equation 1 is r1. Modulus of z2 from equation 2 is r2, and therefore as we have z is equal to z1 into z2 is equal to r1 into r2 into e to the power I theta 1 plus theta 2, modulus of z is r1 into r2, that is modulus of z is modulus of z1 into modulus of z2 is equal to r1 into r2. Now, what will be argument of complex number z, which is product of complex numbers z1 and z2? Argument of complex number z is here theta 1 plus theta 2, that is nothing but argument of z1 plus argument of z2, equation number 9, because argument of z1 from equation 1 is theta 1 and argument of z2 from equation 2 is theta 2. From equations 1 and 2, argument of z1 is theta 1, argument of z2 is theta 2. Therefore, what is argument here? Theta 1 plus theta 2. Okay, and therefore argument of complex number z, which is product of complex numbers z1 and z2, will be theta 1 plus theta 2. But what is theta 1? Argument of z1 plus what is theta 2? Argument of z2. Okay, so from equation 7 we obtained equations 8 and 9. Let us see what is meaning of equation 8 and what is meaning of equation 9. Just look into this equation. If we look into this equation, we find that modulus of a complex number which is product of two complex numbers is equal to product of their moduli. Modulus of product of two complex numbers. For this z, what I can write here? Modulus of z1 into z2, because z is z1 into z2. Modulus of product of two complex numbers is equal to product of their moduli. From equation 8 we can make the statement. What statement we can make? Modulus of product of two complex numbers is equal to product of their moduli. Modulus of product of two complex numbers is equal to product of their moduli. This type of conclusion can be drawn from equation 8. Let us observe equation 9. When we observe equation 9, what we find? Argument of product of two complex numbers. How it can be written? Argument of Z1 into Z2 is equal to argument of, because Z is Z1 into Z2. Argument of Z is nothing but argument of Z1 into Z2. That is what? Theta 1 plus theta 2. But what is theta 1? Argument of Z1. What is theta 2? Argument of Z2. And therefore, what conclusion can be drawn from equation 9? Argument of product of two complex numbers is equal to sum of their arguments. Argument of product of two complex numbers is equal to sum of their arguments. So, the conclusion that we can draw from equation 9 is argument of products of two complex numbers is equal to sum of their arguments. Argument of product of two complex numbers is equal to sum of their arguments. So, this conclusion can be drawn from equation 9. Let us suppose that instead of two complex numbers Z1 and Z2, you are given n complex numbers Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, Z5, Z6, Z7 and so on up to Zn. Z1 will be x1 plus iy1, Z2 x2 plus iy2, Z3 x3 plus iy3, Z4 x4 plus iy4, Z5 x5 plus iy5, Z6 x6 plus iy6 and so on. And you are asked to take their product. What will be product of these n numbers? Product Z will be equal to Z1 into Z2 into Z3 into Z4 up to Zn. Z1 is equal to Z1 Z2 for two complex numbers. If you have n complex numbers, then their product is Z is equal to Z1 into Z2 into Z3 into Z4 into Z5 into Z6, Z7 and so on up to Zn. In this form, it will be R1, R2, R3 dash dash Rn into in the square bracket cos of theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3 plus dash dash plus theta n plus I into sine of theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3 plus dash dash theta n. Equation number 10. If we take product of n complex numbers, then we will have Z is equal to this one, that is equal to this thing. This is in polar form. In exponential form, product of n complex numbers in polar form is equation number 10. Product of n complex numbers in exponential form is equation number 11. From equations 8 and 9, we made two statements. We have drawn two conclusions. Let us do the same thing with equation 10 and 11. That is, so equation 12 and 13 is written for equation 10 as well as for equation 11. What is meaning of equation 12? Modulus of product of n complex numbers is equal to product of moduli of n complex numbers. Equation number 12. Equation 13, argument of product of n complex numbers is equal to theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3 plus dash dash theta n, that is argument of z1 plus argument of z2 plus argument of z3 plus argument of z4 plus dash dash argument of zn. Let us observe equations 12 and 13 and try to draw some conclusion. What conclusion can be drawn from equation 12? Modulus of product of n complex numbers is equal to product of moduli of n complex numbers. Modulus of product of n complex numbers is equal to product of moduli of the n complex numbers. That is, the argument we made for equation 8 is generalized for statement made for equation 8 is for product of two complex numbers, modulus of product of two complex numbers. This same statement is generalized for modulus of product of n complex numbers. Let us observe equation 13. When you observe equation 13, what you find? Argument of product of n complex numbers is equal to theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3 plus dash dash theta n, that is argument of z1 plus argument of z2 plus argument of z3 plus dash dash argument of z1 zn. What does this mean? It means that argument of product of n complex numbers is equal to sum of arguments of the n complex numbers. That is the conclusion we have drawn from equation 9, which was for argument of product of two complex numbers can be generalized for argument of product of n complex numbers. So whenever we take product of any number of complex numbers, these two conclusions are always true. That is, modulus of product of complex numbers is always equal to product of their moduli, whatever may be the number of complex numbers in the product. And the second conclusion, that is, Argument of product of complex numbers is always equal to sum of their arguments. So these two conclusions are always correct, always true for product of two complex numbers, product of three complex numbers, product of four complex numbers, product of any number of complex numbers. Let us try to represent this type of product of complex numbers on Argand plane. That will be the graphical representation. That will be the graphical representation of product or multiplication of complex numbers. For that, let me go here. This figure gives the graphical representation of product of n complex numbers. You can do this for two complex numbers, you can do this for three complex numbers, four complex numbers, and so on. Let me explain the figure. XY plane, it is the Argand plane. Why? Because every point in this plane is represented by a complex number. Z1 is first complex number with argument theta 1 modulus R1. Z2 second complex number with argument theta 2 and moduli R2. Z3 third complex number with argument Z3 and moduli R3 and so on. Zn, nth complex number with argument theta n and modulus Rn. When we take product of all these complex numbers, we will get complex number Z, and its argument is theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3 plus theta 4 and so on plus theta n, and its modulus is R, that is equal to R1 into R2 into R3 into R4 into dash dash Rn. This is the graphical representation of product of n complex numbers. We want to apply some simplification We want to apply some simplification to this equation. Let me apply simplification here. To apply simplification, we are going to make a few assumptions. The assumptions we are going to make are Z1 is equal to Z2 is equal to, or instead of that, let me write R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3 is equal to R4 is equal to R, and theta 1 is equal to theta 2 is equal to theta 3 is equal to theta 4 is equal to theta. When we make these two assumptions, the third assumption will be automatically Z1 is equal to Z2 is equal to Z3 is equal to dash dash is equal to Zn. When we consider n complex numbers such that their moduli are same, their arguments are same, then we must have Z1 is equal to Z2 is equal to Z3 is equal to Z4 is equal to Zn. If we put this in equation 11, see equation 11, you will have Z is equal to R to the power n into cos, or let me put this as e to the power I n theta. If we have this equation, let me call this is 14, this is 15, this is 16. If we apply these assumptions made in equations 14, 15, 16, equation 11 can be written as Z is equal to R to the power n into e to the power I n theta, that is nothing but R to the power n into cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Equation number 17. This will be the simplest form of product of n complex numbers if and only if equations 14, 15 and 16 are true. And what will be this Z here? This Z will be why Z to the power n? Because all Z are same. Z1 is equal to Z2 is equal to Z3 is equal to Z, and therefore modulus of product of n complex numbers is equal to modulus of a complex number raised to n, where n is the number of complex numbers. Further, if we make one more assumption that r is equal to 1, if r is equal to 1, what should be this r to the power n? 1 to the power n. It will become 1 to the power n. And what is 1 to the power n? 1 to the power n is 1. If this is one more assumption made as equation 18, then equation 11 will further become Z is equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Equation number 19, and equation 19 is known as de Moivre's theorem for positive exponent. N is positive. N is positive. What is exponent? I n theta. Angle theta, which is drawn from x-axis in the anticlockwise sense, is always positive. Therefore, all these angles theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, theta 4 dash dash theta n are positive. This n is positive because n is counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to nth complex number. So this whole exponent is positive, and therefore equation 19, z is equal to in the bracket cos n theta plus I sin n theta is known as de Moivre's, capital D small e Moivre apostrophe s, de Moivre's theorem for positive exponent. De Moivre's theorem for positive exponent can be drawn when we are taking product of n complex numbers. This is about graphical representation of product of complex numbers, graphical representation of multiplication of complex numbers. Hope it is understood. Very simple. Each and every step is solved and explained. Thank you.